Hello and welcome back, my lovely Cancerians. This is your December reading for December 2022. I'm Ali and I help people heal through tarot. So this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Crosswatchers, welcome. This is the second time I've done this video now. I feel like the cards I have pulled for your overall energy, which I've barely even began getting to look at, are really important. We start off with the King of Cups in the reverse. So this is a fellow water sign. You might be dealing with a fellow water sign. Or for us, I'm a Cancerian too. This is the King of Cups in reverse, is talking about your divine masculine being a little bit out of whack at the moment, okay? So let's talk about what the divine masculine is. The divine masculine is our ability to say no. Our divine masculine is our ability to stand up for ourselves, what we deserve, what we believe in. Our divine masculine, the King of Cups in reverse, can either go two ways. Okay, we either need to start working on our boundaries a little bit better, or this could also be the drunken man out of control of his emotions at the bar. Okay, and when I say man, I don't mean as in masculine and feminine energies. I'm just talking about this as a stereotypical masculine card, and it reminds me of that person at the end of the bar slurring their words at the end of the night, like, I love you, you don't understand how much I love you. It also can kind of sway into that element as well. Okay, so there could be some dependencies, some alcohol dependencies here, some addictions going on here, either with you or with your person. We get the Two of Cups in the upright. So for some of you, this is about a partnership or something that you really love. This is Venus in Cancer. So Venus, the planet of love, Cancer. I'm not just blowing your trumpet here, but Cancerians are amazing partners, okay? Cancerians as a rule are very loyal people, and they are willing to give almost too much in a relationship, and that's where I feel like this King of Pentacles comes from. You may have been giving too much to your other half for a while. With this Two of Pentacles though, there is some sort of divine union. I mean, we can't kick this to the side. It is in the upright. All your other three cards here for your overall energy is in the reverse. So the one thing that's like flowing in this energy and in this reading is both of you in this relationships want for this connection. Okay, and it's not just you as well. I mean, this is a blessed divine union as well with this Two of Cups. But there is an equal give and take here. I give you your cup, you give me my cup. And it's so important to remember that as a Cancerian, is you need to check, like, how much have you got left in your cup? How much emotional love have you been giving, and have you been giving it back? Have you been giving it back? Have you been giving it back to yourself, maybe? I meant to say, have you been getting it back? So for some of you, have you been giving it back to yourself? Probably not. Now I'm totally expecting some self-love cards coming up. Yay! We get the Magician in the reverse. Okay, so someone... This is a strange card to get. It is a fly in the ointment, okay? The Magician in the reverse for me definitely talks about someone either wearing a false mask. It talks about more like the traditional idea and symbolism of what a magician would be in this situation. So someone in this situation seems to not be like what they're saying and how they're feeling are not matching. It's kind of the kindest way to put it. You could call it manipulation, you can call it someone wearing a false mask, you can call it trickster energy. We'll maybe do a little clarifier card on this one in just a second to find out exactly what this Magician is. So when it's in the upright, it could be manifesting. Your manifesting could be blocked right now if you're trying to manifest some sort of, I was going to say personality change in this person, which obviously, you know, we don't want to do, but I hear a lot of people like trying to do that. Like, I just want him or her to be more like this. And it sometimes doesn't always manifest the way you want it to, especially with that King of Cups. This person is not particularly in control of their emotions right now. Yeah. Four of Swords in the reverse. And I don't think either of you are particularly trusting of the universe, or particularly trusting basically of the universe or of your own thoughts right now. That's so interesting. This is the first time I've kind of seen these two cards together in this way, with the Magician and the Four of Swords in the reverse. This is almost like you're tricking yourself. Some of you feel like you are tricking yourself in this relationship. Like mentally tricking yourself in this relationship. Fours are numbers of stability, and this is the Four of Swords, which is mental stability. This is also my card for Archangel Michael, okay? But you guys have it in the reverse, which shows that you're not feeling the most like mentally stable. Someone's not feeling the most emotionally stable right now, that's for sure. But I feel like this side is more you. This is, and them as well. This seems to be some kind of mistrust that things are going to work out. It's a misbelief and mistrust. And it's kind of like both of you are going along with this because you feel a lot of love. There's a lot of love in this connection with that Two of Cups. So I don't know where the problems with this has started. I mean, only you are going to know what stage your relationship is with this. Wow. Okay. The next two cards that fly out are the Eight of Cups. I love this card and I hate this card all at the same time. I think it's the water sign in me. I don't love what it represents. We have 8 cups and there's always someone leaving in this card. Always. These cups are full. Okay, they are in the upright. They are, as you can see, they're not spilled over. They're filled with water. They're alive. This is someone walking away from something that they love. This card represents Saturn in Pisces. So we have Saturn, the planet of responsibility, dedication, hard work, the bank balances, the responsibilities, has a chat with Pisces, the lovely, optimistic, loving fairy tale water sign, and says, you have put in enough. And that goes back to this Two of Pentacles. And this is what this is sitting directly under when I pulled this card. You have put in enough into this situation. If you want the Ten of Pentacles, which if you're into tarot and you know what the Ten of Pentacles represents, because that would be the 8 and the 2 together, there's clearly some sort of dynamic or some lack of something missing in this relationship, which is probably why you're here in the first place. But to get your Ten of Cups, like I was saying, which is your happy ending, your emotional security, your really happy place in a relationship, you know, like whatever it is that you see as the happy ending, where it's marriage, whether that's kids, whether that's the whole picketed fence idea, whatever it is, that's your Ten of Pentacles, okay? And to get that Ten of Pentacles, sometimes, just sometimes, we need to do the emotional walk away. I have an eclipse up here. Okay, so we had some eclipses. I'm not an astrologer, but we had some eclipses really recently over the past couple of months. We don't have any more eclipses, I don't think, till the end of December, or is it January? But go back and have a look. Google when that eclipse was. We had 2 eclipses. We had a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse over the last couple of months. Go back and look at those exact dates, and maybe even like go back on your text messages with this person, go back around that time, ask yourself what was going on around that time, because that is important. And these eclipses are almost like boomerangs. That eclipse is going to lead into the next eclipse and the next eclipse. That's the energy I'm getting for this. So there's an energy that you either have walked away or that you are emotionally switching off in this situation. It's like an emotional walk away. And these, like I said, these cups are still alive. And the beautiful thing about the Eight of Cups, this is not the death card. This is not an official goodbye and you'll never see me again type of thing. The beauty about the Eight of Cups is those are still there if you want them. But there's something not satisfying enough about the Eight of Cups that makes you go off in pursuit of your ninth cup and then the 10th cup. And the ninth cup is everything that you can need to be happy that doesn't involve someone else. So there might be some type of, and I hate this word so much, I wish I could think of another word for it, but like not codependency, but some sort of like over-reliance on each other in the past. That's just like a download that I'm getting as well. Maybe you were over-reliant on them, they were over-reliant on you, and I think it's kind of both actually in different ways. We also get the Seven of Wands in the reverse, which is interesting. This is letting down your guard. When it's in the upright, it's like, fight for what you believe in. Go get it. I'm pretty sure it's Leo energy. 7, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Leo energy. Fight, fight, fight like the lion. Defend your beliefs. When it's in the reverse, it's like, ooh, pick your battles wisely. Wait a second there. Pick your battles wisely. And it comes under that Magician card. And what the energy I'm getting for that is, how to say this nicely, if this person is very obvious in the way that they don't match their words to their actions, almost try and see the humor in it more than try not to rise to it. Try not to be like aggressive about it and be like, you said you were going to call me, you said you were going to do this, you said you were going to do that. It's almost like taking the high road, literally taking the high road. Like, okay, I've told you this is how, like, I need and would like to be treated in the relationship. This is what I bring to the table. I'm not asking for anything that I don't already bring to the table. If you can give me that back, I'll stay. If you can't bring me that back, I am not arguing with you again. We have had this conversation. This has already been said. I will just leave. So it's whether you're like in the process of that right now in your relationship, but you're like still together, or it's just something you're like quietly considering as a Cancerian in the background, because I know as a Cancerian we do that. I'm actually going to change my mind. I'm going to take an overall energy card from the Tarot of the 78 Doors, because this for me helps to know what's going on behind the scenes. It's so strange. Someone has given up. That's what's going on behind the scenes of this. Okay, we get the 8 of Pentacles, again in the reverse. For this one, it's a tattoo shop. And as you can see there, the door on this one is the tattoo shop. And someone's watching someone else get a tattoo. Now obviously tattoos, and if you can see that, it looks like, I don't know what animal that is, like a ram maybe, of some kind. Tattoos take a lot of hard work, a lot of detail. They're also irreversible as well, to a certain extent. I mean, we always talk about that's why you should be careful when you get a tattoo. I mean, yeah, such an interesting version of the Eight of Pentacles, because normally the Eight of Pentacles talks about working hard, which obviously this person is. If you have any special interpretations of this card, then obviously leave it in the comments below. You might actually be, for some people, tattoos might be a thing in your relationship. Maybe you guys got tattoos together. Maybe you guys work in a tattoo shop, look at tattoos online together. Something about tattoos is definitely prominent. But even if it's not, this is talking about someone giving up. Now, as someone who loves tattoos, I see tattoos as like parts of my life and like phases of my life, okay? Like I get a tattoo like when a particular, and you hear this a lot, when a particular like phase of your life is over, or to remind you of something that you've gone through, that to remind you to keep strong because you've been through something bad, or whatever it is. Lots of people have different reasons for getting tattoos, obviously. I'm not generalizing here, but it does kind of, where was I going with this? Representing like a life phase moving on. It's almost like someone has given up on that phase of their life. Like, okay, do you know what? I'm accepting that that phase of my life is gone, or that phase of my life is finished now, and I don't need to work hard on it anymore. it's gone. Like, it's not as permanent as I thought with that tattoo shop. It's like, and we get the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So I have two kings in this reading now. King of Cups and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So let's look at this King of Pentacles in the upright. I love the King of Pentacles in the upright. So the King of Pentacles, obviously earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It obviously does talk about someone who normally is materially very wealthy or comfortable. But more than anything, this talks about a reliable figure. For some of you, this person lacks a reliable father figure in their life. And that's where, like, that's such a strange dialogue, and that's where, like, that phase of their life is over. They're, like, realizing that it's their kind of turn to become some sort, I was going to say, like, more of a financially stable person in their own life. And that's kind of what they're giving up on. They're realizing that they don't have the financial independence that they would like. And I don't think this person is the most reliable either. They haven't been reliable in the past. That's, I mean, the King of Pentacles in the reverse doesn't say what they do. Their actions do not meet. That's exactly what it is, again, with that Magician card. Their actions do not meet their words when it's in the reverse. When it's in the upright, this guy is like the most reliable person ever. They say something and they do it. Okay? When it's in the reverse, it's like the absolute opposite energy from that. And then we get the King of Cups in the reverse as well, which is the out of control of my own emotions, the crying person at the bar, all of that. And the Magician in the reverse, like we said, which is that kind of like wearing a false mask, not being authentic in how we feel. Someone isn't being authentic in how they feel. And I don't mean that in like a way of like, this person doesn't love you. I mean that in just like, it could be any mismatch. Like, they're just not, their actions don't match their words. I just can't be clearer than that for you right now. And like I said, I feel like the most important way to remedy this is to either walk away or at least show them that this is the potential. I know there's a lot of love on this table, and I keep looking back at that Two of Cups, and I understand and I feel it, that like Venus in Cancer, I love you. It's got that like sentimental Cancerian, like smell their jumper, dreams about them. Like I totally understand. We get Breathe as your first oracle card here. Ooh, breathe. So some of you, like I said, might have been trying some manifestation techniques at the start of the video which haven't really been working. But I would honestly recommend to keep going with that. I know like this Eight of Cups is never an easy transition for anyone or anything, for any star sign. Having to walk away from something that you have worked really hard for and that you love is never something easy. So breathe through that. There might be some other things. This says clean it up. This is a reminder to only clean up your side of the street. Only be cleaning your own bedroom. Okay? So what I mean by that is emotionally. Okay? Don't fill in gaps for people emotionally. Don't clean up someone else's emotional mess. Stop making excuses for this other person. Leave them in that silence. Like if you ask them an important question and they don't reply with the answer that you need, breathe and then just wait. Like, is that, what's it called? The pregnant pause. Wait and hear what they have to say. Because I think you're going to find out more in that way than if you were to like kind of do your typical Cancerian, like, oh, but don't worry if you can, or don't worry if you, do you know what I mean? I'm sorry if you took that wrong. Like, I kind of meant what I said, but I didn't mean what I said. I mean, and I can say that because I am a Cancerian and I know how hard it is for all water signs to assert boundaries at times. But yeah, breathe and then remind yourself only be cleaning up your side of the emotional street. There also might be for some of you some actual like housework that needs to be done in order to clean up this situation, like moving out of somewhere, like going back to your parents' house for the Christmas holidays, and you've got packing to do and you've got cleaning to do. This is also a very 3D card in that way of actually having to clean up your 3D world around you. So interesting. And then lastly, I'm just going to pull you guys a little Chuck Spitzano love card before we go, my lovely Cancerians. So Tryst. This is a secret meeting between lovers. Okay, this could be how you guys met. You guys could have met, like, you guys could have been like office worker lovers. You might have had to keep your relationship secret at the start. This might be like what helps keep your relationship going. Okay, we have two lovers here, and I think the traditional definition of this word would be like a secret meeting between lovers. So there might be an element of that within your relationship, and it is a luck card. Okay, you might even meet this person unexpectedly and then get to spend some like quiet alone time with this person somewhere, or for some of you, going back to somewhere that you used to go with this person when you first got together is really significant and would be very, what's the right word, like healing for you both. Would be really healing for you both. It is just so interesting, and we get the lovers as well. There is always some sort of choice when the lovers card comes up, and this is a very similar energy. They're both luck cards. They're almost like the same place. It's like this was like where they began their meeting, and then they moved on to the grass with a lovely picnic with two little swans. The lovers. This person does feel like your other half, and I totally understand that. They feel like your divine partner. They feel like this whole twin flame soulmate, or however it is you want to identify with it. It does feel magical. I don't want to even label it. However you label it, that's fine. And you've had a journey with this person. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot of growth, and there's still a lot of growth still to go if that is what you want. But for some of you, like I said, you're not going to fix this situation until you show this person that you're able to walk away and find your own happiness if they are not putting or investing the same amount of love into your cup as you are investing in theirs. Okay, picnics might be important. Going to like parks might be important, which I know is strange because I don't know what your weather is, but I mean for most of us it's winter right now. Lakes, water, bodies of water. There's a lot of yellow in these cards which signify hope. Okay, so there is a lot of hope here, I think, on both sides. And I said that at the beginning. It's like the one card that was in the upright was how much you guys both kind of want this. But only some of you are going to know what that tryst is. Yeah, even just having like a little, for some of you, I'm getting like just having like a little secret meeting, like both of you on your lunch break, or like having a little secret hour to yourself that only you two know about, could be healing and could be important. That could be when some of these conversations and boundaries can be set as well. Or it can just be some lovely lovers' time. Okay, my lovely Cancerians, I love doing your reading today. If you would like a private reading with me, the link is in the description box, which you can go onto my website. And on my website, you can book book on the Calendly schedule. So on the Calendly schedule, you can either book like a live Zoom meeting with me, or we can do a contactless reading, which is 50 minutes or half an hour, where I don't speak to you in person for your tarot reading. I ask you some questions beforehand, and then I send you your reading via a private link that only you can access. I also do live in person, like face-to-face readings, but that is exclusively in Marbella and Lucca at the moment. But if you'd like to check that out, that's also on my website. Yes, I don't think I've forgotten to say anything else. Oh yes, if this was your reading and you really resonated with it, send me an email below and I will send you the extended reading that we're going to do for the Cancerians towards the mid-month. So we're going to do an extended reading which follows on from this reading, which is going to be exclusive for the people who really want it. So like I said, to get that extended reading, just send me an email and the instructions will be sent to you. Thank you for listening, everyone. Namaste.